This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, online at madeformoreliving.com.
Alrighty, and our special guest today is Chad Francis. He's a financial advisor with Thrive Stewardship, and they can find you at, what's your website?
ThriveStewardship.com.
There you go. Simple enough. ThriveStewardship.com. In our first segment, we asked the question, is a home a good investment? Johnny?
No.
It's not.
No, it's not.
That's pretty shocking coming from a realtor.
Yeah. You should hear the conversations I have with family around the holidays. No, it is not a good investment unless you're planning to stay there long term. What's long term? Minimum 7 years.
Minimum of 7 years. Then it's a good investment. If you're
Then 7 years is the break-even point.
Right.
On average. Like, it could be less, could be more, but on average, 7.
Chad?
I really echo what Johnny says. I think it's a great investment for the long-term mind thinker.
Good. And segment number 2, we talked about mistakes people make before buying a home.
Mistakes people make before buying a home include simply moving too fast, not putting a plan together, and just liquidating accounts, like not doing the research, not talking to all the professionals involved in a home purchase to make the best decision for you. If you just go out there, shoot from the hip, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
So don't rush into it. Get all the information you can, especially
Absolutely.
from a great financial advisor like Chad here, right?
There's wisdom and counsel.
That's right. And then segment 3, we talked about things you should do after buying a home. You get the keys, you've moved in, you've got new paint, new furniture. Now what do?
You can buy a dog.
There you go.
Now you can buy the dog, finally.
No cats.
No cats.
Bad investment.
Bad investment. If you walk into a house that smells like dog pee, that's okay. Cat pee, whole nother level. So what you want to do after buying a home, if you don't have it already, is have a trust. So if you create the trust, if you already have the trust, make sure the home is now a part of that trust. That's thing number 1. And then thing number 2, if you don't have life insurance, get life insurance. It's relatively affordable, but it can totally change your life. You do not want to be that person who, when a family member is sick and you can no longer get life insurance, you wish you had it. When the family member passes unexpectedly and now you can't afford your mortgage payment, that you wish you had life insurance. It's that those two things will 100% change your outlook.
Mm-hmm. And it's knowing the right type of insurance that you need, because there's good types of life insurance and bad types of life insurance. So shopping those things out and understanding what it is you're getting. You're trying to replace your income. You're not trying to get fancy and combine insurance and investing in one fancy product. You end up losing your tail that way.
And if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is too much information, I don't understand it all, Chad is here to help. Again, Chad Francis is a financial advisor. He's going to take his time, walk you through every step, explain all the different types of insurance. You don't have to do this on your own. He's here to help and make sure you have those safety nets for your family. Now, let's talk about full service versus discount brokerages when it comes to selling your home, when it comes to buying a home. Yeah. If you're a realtor and you're listening, explain to us, Johnny.
Ooh. Yes.
You're excited about this one.
I am excited about this one. So to add some backstory, some color to the situation, Valerie and I worked for a boutique brokerage our first couple of years in real estate. And then we helped launch a discount brokerage here in the Sacramento region. And the amount of success, and here's why we decided to go with the discount brokerage in the first place was we thought, man, people are paying way too much in commissions. There's no need for this. And so we're like, absolutely, this is the way of the future. Discount brokerages, like, I don't even like the term, but it's widely understood what a discount broker is. There's all these different types. We can get into that later, but we thought, okay, this is where it's headed. There's no need for somebody to pay 6% on average, give or take, for a real estate transaction. That's 6%. That's $20,000 on a $400,000 entry level home. You know, that's tens of thousands of dollars when you get at higher price points. So why should sellers have to pay for that? And so we joined a discount brokerage. That brokerage lasted 18 months. They were well capitalized. They burned through $70 million in 18 months. Now, could the money have been handled a little bit better? Maybe, but the main reason why they went out of business was because they were not making money. They were offering such an incredible discount to the home sellers that they weren't able to make not even a profit, but a semblance of a profit. They were just hemorrhaging money. And that's why, like, these discount brokerages have been around since, I think, the 70s is when they started rolling out. Don't quote me on that, but they've been out for a long time. Redfin is still losing money. Like I have friends at Redfin. I know some great agents at Redfin, but they are losing money. And so the model just so you're thinking, well, I don't care if they're losing money. It's about me keeping money in my pocket. Like that's what I'm primarily concerned with. And I get that. I felt the same way. What I found out was that if they're losing money, there are things happening behind the scenes that the consumer is not typically aware of. So if they're losing money, how are they paying their employees? How hard are their agents working? What's the caseload? How many listings? How many buyers are those agents working with? And so so that brokerage shut down after 18 months, and we moved our licenses over to eXp Realty, where we've been since August of 2019. And it just totally changed our perspective to go from a discount brokerage to a full service model, because we're just able to offer so much more. There's margins in the business. There's just more value that we can offer the consumer than saving them thousands of dollars. Like, we net them more money. On average, our homes sell for 3% more than the average realtor. So the average realtor could be working for free, and we would still be the better option in terms of how much money they're putting in their pocket. So I've done both, and I firmly believe that the full service model is better for the consumer. And what you're seeing in the market in general is that most people are going with the full service model. Why people tend to go with the discount, either they don't see the value or they got burned by a bad agent. There's good agents, there's bad agents out there. Unfortunately, just like anything, there's going to be fewer good agents than there are bad agents. And when you have 15,000 plus agents, like you can throw a rock and hit 5 real estate agents, right? So they're common, they're easy to come by, but the good ones are not. And so if you're interacting with a good real estate agent, you're going to be money ahead than going with a discount brokerage. That's my 2 cents on that. And so there's so many different models out there too, between what a discount broker is and the services they provide. Some people, it's like a pick what you want type of thing. Do you want photos? Do you want a 3D tour? Do you want them to do the paperwork for you? Do you want them to put it on the MLS? There's like tiered systems. And so what we recommend is just if you're gonna go that route, understand what they're offering and know. And the most important thing is what type of compensation they're providing the buyer's agent. Because if you are buying a home, think about when you were buying that home. If you're selling a home, you had to buy that home at one point. When you were buying that home, what was going through your head? How am I coming up with the down payment? You were thinking about what are these closing costs? What's this loan origination fee? Why am I paying $150 to sign some paperwork for a notary? You have all these costs, and when you're selling the home, you don't have those same exact costs, but you are paying for typically both sides of the real estate transaction, like the commissions for the realtor. And so what we recommend is make sure that the brokerage is offering a reasonable commission to the agents representing the buyers. If they don't, then what happens is, unfortunately, buyers agents may not bring people to your property. You're going to leave money on the table. Also, you have to think about putting yourself in the buyer's agent's position. This is how they make a living. This is how they provide for their family. And if they're now having to work with somebody who's not a professional, who doesn't know what they're doing, who doesn't understand the paperwork, and that seller is responsible for the paperwork, or somebody in another part of the country, another part of the state that you can't even get on the phone, like now that agent's livelihood, that buyer's agent livelihood, is now linked to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. And so what ends up happening is they end up doing twice the work for half the pay. And so it's just a bad situation when you end up typically going with discount brokerages. Again, there's good ones out there, there's bad ones out there, but typically, like most in order to make the whole discount model is volume based. So that means they need to sell. So Valerie and I, when we started, we were selling homes for $600. That's how much money we were getting paid, $600. Valerie sold a $1.4 million home in El Dorado Hills, and she got paid $600. The agent on the other side got paid over $30,000. And so in order for Valerie to make a decent, like a livable wage, she had to sell a lot of homes. And so and she did a fantastic job. She was the most highly reviewed, highly rated person in the company, but not all agents are like that. Again, there are very few good agents. And so she was killing herself for $600, where a lot of other agents may not be willing to do that. They're They're just showing up and they're selling the houses, and they're already on to the next one by the time your listing agreement is signed. Before the sign even goes in the yard, they're on to the next one.
Well, and how much attention can a good agent pay to their client if they're trying to sell 100 homes at the same time, fielding 100 phone calls at the same time, versus being focused on 2, 3, 4 people in that month?
Yep.
There's just only so much that one person can give.
There's only so much of the pie. So, like, we sell a lot of homes here at the Made for More with the Made for More team. And we've partnered with Tom Daves. Tom Daves has sold a lot of homes. Mm-hmm. And so, but the difference between our model and the discount model is we have the staff and the resources to provide a high quality, like, service to our clients. If you have like the value size pie over here, like, there's nobody to help you. You're all on your own. So you can't get a hold of that agent. The other agents who are wanting to show the property can't get a hold of that person. It is just an entire, like, it's just a flaming hot mess. And it's all on that agent's shoulders. And so what happens is those agents get a lot of experience and then they burn out and they either exit the industry or they transition into a full service brokerage. They do not stay with the discount. So that's the other side of the discount model, is you're typically getting less experienced agents. They may be incredibly experienced if they've been there, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, but they're on their way out and they're going to transition to the full service model because they're making $150,000, maybe $180,000 a year, which may sound like a lot, but when you're working 7 days a week, 70, 80 hours a week, there's a whole lot. And then you can make even more money as a real estate agent working those same hours and provide a better quality of service and have a better quality of life for you and your family. Like, it's night and day. And so this isn't like to disparage on the discount model. I do think eventually there's going to be commissions are going to compress. I do believe that, but I do not think they should compress and have the consumer sacrifice like quality for that. Like, if those commissions are going down, then they're going to go down, and the agent is still going to maintain that high standard, that high quality of service that the customer deserves.
And of course, you are partnered with eXp Realty, which is part of the Made for More team, the Tom Daves team. Explain the benefits of working with eXp.
Yeah, so eXp is our brokerage, and so we call ourselves we're kind of like a teamerage. So we are a team within the brokerage, and we have over 30 agents on our team. And so the benefit to working with a team like us or a full service agent is our suite of services. We have a flexible commissions plan. Like, not everybody fits into that cookie cutter, 5 to 7% commission structure. So we have a flexible commission plan. And what really differentiates us from those discount brokerages or those newer agents is our suite of services. So we have phenomenal photographers. We have relationships with escrow officers, with lenders, with financial advisors, with roofers, with inspectors, with home warranty providers, with insurance providers. With everything that you need, we have a solution, and we give that to you on a silver platter and make your life very, very easy. And at the end of the day, if we're representing sellers, our homes sell faster and for more money than the competition. If we're representing buyers, then, because we do both, then typically we help somebody find that home and we get them a better deal than the competition. And it's because we have this network of people that we've built up over the years in order to provide that luxury service.
That's good. All right. Well, let's wrap up today's show. Chad, do you have anything to part with us with? Any of your expertise, advice? Financial advisor for many years with Thrive Stewardship. Chad.
It'd be to have a plan and work a plan. And I know Johnny hit on that point earlier, is that having a plan is just such an important thing that many folks don't have. They feel like they're kind of doing a little bit of everything, where if they stopped, slowed down, kind of the theme of the day, and focused on your goal at hand and working a system of steps, you can find a much more prosperous, healthy, and happy lifestyle.
Johnny, anything to wrap up with?
The only thing I'll say is that I'm a type of personality that likes to move fast, that likes to go, get things done. And to hear Chad say, move slow, like, kind of gives me like claustrophobia, for lack of a better term. Like, I do not like that. But what I've learned over the years is that slow is fast. And so it's better to move slow with purpose and intention than just be moving frenetically and bouncing off the walls. Like, if you want to make significant progress, partner with the people who have been there, partner with the people who have the right answers, and move forward in an organized fashion.
All right. Thanks for listening. That's Johnny Jennings and Chad Francis, Made for More Living. We'll catch you next week.